Let's find out. That nagging feeling in your gut, the one that keeps you up at night wondering if something's off in your relationship? It's a terrible place to be, and you deserve answers. Suspect your spouse is cheating? I'm your white hat hacker with 6 tech tricks to expose them in 2025, legally. We're not talking about shady backdoor stuff here. This is about using the technology that's already around us, the digital breadcrumbs that get left behind, to get a clearer picture of what's actually going on. Because in this day and age, secrets are harder to keep than ever, especially if you know where and how to look. The goal here isn't to play detective for kicks, but to empower you with information if you genuinely feel something is wrong. And super important, we're focusing on methods that are generally legal and ethical, especially when dealing with shared devices or accounts where you might already have a degree of access or transparency. If you're ever unsure or if things escalate, professional legal advice is always your best bet. But for now, let's arm you with some knowledge. Today, I'm DJ, and I'm going to walk you through 6 specific tech-savvy techniques you can use right now to see if those suspicions have any digital weight to them. We're talking about everything from expert consultations to digging into the nitty-gritty of social media, location data, and more. So grab a coffee, maybe a notepad, because class is in session, and we're about to turn you into a digital truth seeker. Let's get started. Before diving into your partner's digital life, let's talk about bringing in the big guns, cybersecurity professionals. These experts understand digital forensics and the legal boundaries you need to respect. Contacting a professional can give you a personalized roadmap. They can advise you on the safest and most effective ways to proceed. This initial consultation can save you a world of headache and heartache down the line. So, consider dropping a line to a professional like adamcybersecurities@gmail.com. Let's move on to social media. If your partner is trying to hide something, their social media habits might give them away. Look for unusual activity with their known accounts. Are they suddenly logging out of Facebook or Instagram on shared devices? That's a classic sign someone doesn't want their activity easily seen. Keep an eye out for new, unfamiliar accounts. Pay attention to who they're suddenly following, or who's suddenly following them. A sudden influx of new, unknown friends can be suspicious. Also, look at their tagged photos or posts from others. It's about looking at the whole ecosystem, not just their direct posts. Let's talk about location data, specifically Google Maps location history, if it's something that's been willingly and openly shared. Google's timeline feature can show a detailed history of where a device has been. If your partner says they were at work late, but their location history shows a different story, that's a major discrepancy. Look for unexplained visits to unfamiliar addresses or frequent stops at places that don't align with their routine. Consistent, unexplained deviations are what you should focus on. This method hinges entirely on pre-existing consensual location sharing. Google Maps. Timeline can be a powerful tool for verifying whether their stated movements match their actual ones. Let's talk about push notifications. If your partner is receiving messages they don't want you to see, sometimes the notification itself can be the slip-up. This isn't about actively trying to snoop through their phone, but more about being aware of what might pop up on a shared device. Many apps show a preview of the message content in the notification. A flirty message or a name you don't recognize can appear on the lock screen or as a banner. It's these inadvertent glimpses that can sometimes raise a red flag. Money talks, and in the digital age, it often talks through digital receipts. Analyzing your partner's spending habits can uncover unusual purchases that don't add up. Look for purchases that seem out of the ordinary. Pay attention to the dates, times, and locations on these receipts. Look for subscriptions to dating apps or websites. If their digital spending trail starts to paint a picture of a double life, that's a significant piece of evidence. Let's talk about browsing history. It's like a diary of someone's online journey. Accessing this usually requires being on their device or a shared computer. Look for names of known dating websites or apps. Pay attention to the timing of these visits. If the browsing history is consistently empty, that itself can be a red flag. If you find a consistent trail leading to sites and searches related to infidelity, it's a strong sign that your suspicions might be well-founded. So there you have it, 6 tech-focused methods to consider if you suspect your partner is cheating. Remember, the goal here is to gather information legally and ethically. If you do find evidence, think carefully about your next steps. Sometimes a direct conversation is warranted. Other times you might need further advice. Ready to uncover the truth? Hit the pinned comment for adamcybersecurities@gmail.com for expert guidance. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.